I've got a new sea kayak, and in this video I'm taking it out for an overnight trip in the beautiful late autumn light. I spend the night on an offshore island, which I share with some elusive inhabitants, and also have a surprise dawn visit from a gentle ocean giant.
My name's Feargus, and this is the middle of nowhere. Hello and welcome to another excursion. This time I'm on salt water for a change. I normally gravitate towards fresh water, but I recently got this nice kayak and I wanted to get out on the sea for a bit. Plus, it was a bit of a toss-up this time between going and doing a summit camp, where it was going to be windy and really cold, or coming out on the water. So I decided I was gonna come out on the water and do a sea kayak paddle. So I'm just south of Invercarcaig, which is in between Achiltibui and Lochinver in the far northwest of Scotland. And this bay contains 7 or 8 nice little islands. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to paddle around a couple of the islands, small one coming up here, and then a big one behind it. And then I'm going to camp on the bigger one for tonight, because it's turned out to be quite a nice day, although it is quite breezy. So I can't go too far from the shore, and the big island is less than 1 kilometre from the shore, because I don't want to get stranded. I have to battle against an offshore breeze tomorrow to get back. It's nice to get a bit of shelter from one of the islands. I think this one is called Eilean Mor or something. It's only a wee one, and I can see some of the other islands dotted around off to the west, but they're too far out in this kind of wind to risk paddling out to. So I'm just going to go around these close ones, this one and the one I mentioned. There's a lovely view of a shower just bucketing down over there. That's spectacular. Here's a lovely sheltered little cave, and the tide is out. Clearly the tide is quite out, because I'm looking quite high up. You can see all of these sponges and anemones glistening on the rocks. It's lovely. Well, camp is set up. I lost track of time, as I often do. The clocks went back a couple of days ago, so my head's not kind of ready for just how early the sun feels like it's going down now. So I was just pottering around the edge of the island, and then I realized, oh, the really nice light for pictures is just now. so I made a beeline to land on the island, had a run around in some stunning conditions to get whatever photographs I could, and then I got around to dragging my boat up off the beach. It was already floating because the tide was coming in, and found a place to pitch. It's going to be a lovely night tonight. It's already a lovely night. I mean, it's a fair bit after sunset now. We've got these stunning colors on the horizon. It's going to be quite a bright moon later, but it's not up yet. Ooh. Deep dark cave. It's time to get cold. Head out into the cold night and the wind. It's such a beautiful night that I have to go out and have a look around and take some pictures. I'm aware that you can hardly see me, but you can see me a little bit, and I'm filming without my torch because I want to preserve my night vision, because I can actually see quite well with that bright moon up overhead. And this is just a wonderful opportunity to just look at the sky. Because the moon is so bright, you can't see the multitude of stars that you would see on an incredibly dark night, but you can see some. And right beside the moon is the planet Jupiter, which, if you're interested in going out and seeing it for yourself, will be a bright star which doesn't flicker very much, and it'll come up shortly after sunset these days and be up for most of the night. Well, it took a while, but I did get cold while I was trying to make
a night panorama. Not something I've tried before, so I doubt I'm going to be able to stitch those pictures together and make a proper panorama, but we'll see. It's now getting on for 11 o'clock and it's clouded over somewhat outside, so it's time to call it a night. It's sunrise and I'm wandering around waiting for the sun to pop up to get some pictures, and I just saw my first whale from Scotland. That is awesome. I think it's a minke, so it's only a wee one. It just swam right past the island and the mainland. I heard its blowhole breathing and then just looked, and there was the back arching out of the water. These are the beautiful moments that you're far more likely to get if you're just out watching early in the morning, especially when it's quiet. I've had my breakfast and now it's time to explore this little piece of land which I've had to myself all night, apart from what I think are some sheep. Someone met sheep here, but otherwise obviously I am the only human on the island. I have been since last night. Unsurprisingly, I'm a little bit warm. I'm always reluctant to take off my really warm jacket as I transition from the inactive morning period to being active. Magical. I'm now at the highest point on the island, and it seems I've found the culprits who are doing all those poos. They're a bit worried about me. Oh, there they go, over the edge. And also over there in the distance, right below stack poly from my line of sight. There's a lot of splashing. And I'm pretty sure, because I've seen that before, that it's a dolphin pod.
which is very exciting. I wish I was in the boat actually now, then I could pay them a visit, but I'm not. Looks like they might be coming this way actually. I'm feeling bad. There was a young seal chilling out on this little beach, well, at least on the rocks just over there when I arrived. And I did my best to avoid getting its attention because it was snoozing and it wasn't really paying any attention. But me stumbling around on the rocks ended up, of course, getting its attention, and then it slowly made its way down and into the water and swam away. I would have gone in somewhere else, but there's just nowhere else that I could realistically get the kayak into the water. This is the only beach on the whole island. Hopefully it'll be back later. Okay, it's much less windy than yesterday, so actually let's have a look around the coast before heading back towards the road, because you don't get this kind of weather every day, do you? There's the island out there where you and I spent last night. Lovely, eh? It's an urchin exposed by the tide. Spiky. Ooh, another one just below the surface. See that? There's anemones everywhere. Here's one. Let's come off the rock. Come unstuck, haven't you? Look. There's its mouth. Oh, actually, it's dead by the looks of things. That's why it's come unstuck. See, the mouth is hanging off. Oof, my boat's gonna stink after that. Something will eat you. Wow, it's really rich down here. There's urchin, starfishes all over the place. There's starfish on the wall here. Lovely. 4 herons, all next to each other. And now I am returning to some semblance of civilization. Up ahead is the little road, which will take me back home. That was a wonderful little excursion. My first camping excursion with my kayak, in fact. I can't believe how lucky I was to see the minke whale this morning, particularly. That was just wonderful. But today is Halloween, so I hope you guys have had a good Halloween. It hasn't happened yet for me, and I'm now going to head home in time to see my 7-year-old off trick-or-treating. So I hope you've enjoyed the video from today. Please give a thumbs up and subscribe if you did, because there's a lot more coming. And I will see you in the next one. Toodaloo.